Welcome to the Ghostly Chronicles. The Shadow on the Ridge. On a chilly autumn night, three friends, Ella, Jake, and Sam, set off on a hike to Ridge Point, a remote cliff known for its breathtaking view of the valley below. As they reached the ridge, the wind howled and a full moon lit up the sky. But something felt off. Ella was the first to notice it. A figure, barely visible, standing at the edge of the cliff, staring down into the abyss. "Is someone else here?" she asked, her voice uneasy. Jake squinted into the distance. "No way. This place is too remote. We're the only ones up here." But the figure didn't move, and as the friends approached, a heavy sense of dread fell over them. The air grew cold, unnaturally cold, and the shadows seemed to stretch and shift in the moonlight. The figure, still motionless, began to take form. It looked like a man, draped in tattered clothes, his face hidden beneath a hood. "Hey, are you okay?" Sam called out, stepping forward. Suddenly the figure turned, its face shrouded in darkness, but two glowing eyes flickered beneath the hood. The wind whipped around them, and a whisper filled the air. "You shouldn't have come!" The ground trembled, and before they could react, the figure vanished into thin air. "What the hell was that?" Ella shouted, her breath coming in quick gasps, but there was no time to think. The shadows on the ground began to move, slowly at first, then faster, crawling toward them like a dark tide. Panicking, the friends turned to run, but the shadows were faster. They reached Jake first, wrapping around his legs and pulling him down. His screams were swallowed by the wind as he was dragged toward the edge of the cliff. "We have to go!" Sam yelled, grabbing Ella's arm, but as they sprinted back toward the path, the shadows stretched across the ground, clawing at their feet, pulling them down. The ridge seemed to warp, the once familiar trail twisting in impossible directions. The wind carried whispers, low, menacing, and ancient. "You're mine. You're mine." Ella and Sam fought through the suffocating darkness, scrambling up the trail, the figure's glowing eyes burning behind them. Just as they reached the forest's edge, the shadows receded, vanishing as quickly as they had appeared. Out of breath and shaking, they collapsed on the ground. Behind them, Ridge Point stood silent and still, as if nothing had happened. But Jake was gone, and the figure? It was nowhere to be seen. The next morning, search parties found no trace of him. But those who ventured to Ridge Point afterward claimed they could sometimes see a shadow standing at the edge of the cliff, watching, waiting for the next group of hikers to approach. Please like, share, and subscribe.